naman natin sinabi ko sa'yo na from the very beginning, ano pa lang selection na makakakuha ka ng crown. No? Ikaw ba, ano ba na-feel mo so far na crown na malapit sa'yo?
As what I have said earlier, I'm really aiming for Miss International Philippines because I can see that I belong in this organization. I know that my personalities and my characteristics are for this organization.
Ayan, big question ko sa'yo. Medyo, pang batang question lang to. Pero, I think makikita natin dito kung ano yung pinaka-goal mo sa buhay. If you were going to, have the opportunity to ride sa isang time, saan ka pupunta? Sa future or sa past? And why? Ayan.
Oh, I think past because I want to hug and talk to my foster mother. I think this is also the first time that I'm going to share this to all of you. I'm actually an adopted child. My biological mother is currently working in Jordan as a private nurse, and my foster family, they really took care of me since I was 1 year old. And my foster mom died in 2016. So if I were to choose between the past and the future, I would definitely go back to past. And I would tell her how much I love her, and that I will tell her that, Mami, lahat ng sakripisyo natin magpe-pay off.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Getting emotional right now.
Yeah, Christian baking up crown to the
Sir Christian, with your famous mic.
Congrats in advance, Chelsea. Nice to see you. Chelsea, the Pro Media girls are all making waves right now. So, syempre, how are you handling the competition, especially with your sister?
Well, one of the best things in Pro Media sisterhood is that we are genuinely supporting each other. So we all have our weaknesses and strength as well. So if you want someone who has a good physique and a towering height, Alva is there. If you want someone who has a good educational background and sporty person, Fatima is there. And if you want someone who is witty and has a flawless skin, of course, Eliana. And if you want someone who is lovely and lively, Natasha is also there. But if you want someone who has already an experience on international pageant, of course, Ron is there. But if you want someone who is prepared and a total package, of course, Chelsea Fernandez. Binibining Pilipinas.
Next, Sir Jason. Sorry, late ka na ba? Late. Ano?
Hi, Chelsea. For me, we have one of the illustrious pageant figures here in recent times. No, I would just like to ask, how do you, kasi for sure a lot of aspiring beauty queens can learn a lesson from you when it comes to planning your pageant things. I would like to ask, how did you know that this was the right year for you to make your pageant complete? Kasi, di ba, you won Miss Philippines Ring back in 2018, tapos may later naman you won pa. So parang how do you map out your future here in your passion career?
I believe that this is the right year and best year for me to join Binibining Pilipinas because I asked sign from God. I am a person who loves asking sign, and fortunately, God gave it to me. So I asked God, God, kung para sa akin talaga yung binibini, pwede bang tonight makakita ko ng butterfly? Tonight, like specific time, I think it was around 7 p.m. Pero wala akong nakita ng butterfly. And I was really sad. Sabi ko, siguro hindi talaga to for me. Because our first plan, our original plan, is I'm going to join Binibining Pilipinas this year. I think it's in September. So I was really preparing for it, not Binibining Pilipinas. So sabi ko, walang butterfly. And then I opened my phone and I saw a butterfly, a tattooed butterfly on the shoulder of one of the aspirants in Binibining Pilipinas. Sabi ko, grabe, ikaw ba magbibigay sa akin ng sign? Tapos nagkita kami, but unfortunately, hindi siya nakapasok as official top 40. And I was so grateful for her because I saw her tattoo, and that is butterfly. Well, I think you're also asking for my strategy, Master.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if it is the right time to say your strategy at this point because strategy, it should be a secret. But I think one of my strategies right now is that I'm just focusing on myself, not the other candidates. And I am still enhancing my speaking skills and other skills that I have right now. And I'm just so grateful for Pro Media because they serve as my blinders. Because sometimes I am like a horse. I need to be directed. I need direction. Because tendency, sometimes I'm out of focus. And I'm really distracted by negative, unnecessary things and negative things. Yes, so I'm just so grateful that now I am back on my track. And I know that I can do this.
Given what you said, you seem to be on the right track. So
Thank you.
congratulations in advance.
Nagpa-girly-girly yung parang. Pero, anyway, speaking of signs, di ba sabi mo signs, isa pang signs na kita, aside from the number, is yung wall Miss Ever Binibining. Di ba? Usually, handa ka na ba sa finals, coronation? Kasi usually, ang nananalo ng Miss Ever Binibining is nagkaka-crown at Leona Faye. Samantha Bernardo, Pauline. I think handa ka naman sa finals. Manang Arnold.
Yes. Well, to be honest, I really didn't expect that I was called as Miss Ever Belena or I got the award as Miss Ever Belena. But I really considered that as just a motivation and inspiration to do better and be better in a competition. But I believe that it is not a determination. It will not better mean that I'm going to get one of the Binibining Pilipinas crowns. It still depends on me if I'm going to perform on the finals night. But of course, I'm just so grateful for the owners of Ever Belena because they saw my potential. When I called, I didn't think about, oh girl, you're the most beautiful in the eyes of the owners. No, I didn't think of that. I just thought of, okay, at least they saw your potential and that they believed in you and you're now the new ambassadress of their item or of their business. Oo, blessing na yun, no? Monthly, may Ever Belena products. Thank you!
Hi Chelsea, I'm Jonathan Caption from Sashes and Skirts, and I want to ask kasi I mentioned earlier that you were a pageant veteran, and with being a pageant veteran, there is actually a downside to it. A lot of people are expecting that pageant veterans are a bit too much square, a bit too aral or too trained in robotics. So how would you how would you want to change yung ganung perception and show your authentic self?
I think I'm showing it right now that the authentic Chelsea Fernandez, and definitely I'm going to continue it until the coronation night, and not even until coronation night, the rest of my life for sure. Well, I think I saw earlier a comment, sabi, masyado namang overhyped. Sabi gano'n. So I was actually hurt because of that comment. But I just didn't mind it because that is not actually true. I know that a lot of people are looking up to all of the pageant veterans, and we are actually doing our best to win one of the crowns in Binibining Pilipinas. So, yun na sir, I think I will just continue by showing my true and authentic self.
Follow-up question to that, no? This year, the batch of the newbies, the pageant veterans, and the returnees, the repeaters, are on equal footing. They're all equally gorgeous. They're all equally hot for the crown. My question is, how would you position yourself, and how would you make sure that hindi ka makalimutan ng mga pageant media? Because in a lineup of 40, as you said earlier, you are painfully shy. So how would you marry those two different facts that you need to put yourself out there for the pageant media for you to, magpagsabayan dun sa mga co-candidates mo, and at the same time, be authentically true to yourself that you still have to be more, out there PR-wise?
Well, one thing that I really love about myself is that I know how to switch on and off myself. So if it is a competition, nagbibida-bida po talaga ako. So I think that is also one of my characteristics or my power in pageantry, that despite of 39 beautiful or equally beautiful Binibini, I know that I'm going to stand out. Because hindi naman po sa pagbabayabang, but I think I really have that different aura from the rest.
Okay, thank you, Chelsea.
Thank you.
Unicorn nga yan, unicorn.
Ayun, Chelsea, so aside from having so many titles under your belt, so you still have a role as a national director. So it seems like you have so much on your plate. So you have so much pressure on your plate, rather. So how do you handle all these pressures?
Well, at least as of now, Miss Philippines is not, I think, happening this month. Maybe, I think in September pa. So at least nabawasan yung responsibilities ko in life. But I'm not sure if Sir Paul will still appoint me as the National Director of Miss Fit. Baka Miss Bikini Philippines na. Joke lang, Sir Paul. But yes, I also know how to handle things. I know how to portion my time. I actually love putting my schedule on a notebook. And kung wala yun, wala talaga akong guide in my day. But yes, I think you really have to handle your time very well so that magampanan mo all of your responsibilities and duties, not just in pageantry, but in life as well.
Looks like you're very much organized, systematic, and brave.
Yes.
Diba? So what fears Chelsea then? What fears Chelsea?
Wow, that's actually a good question. Kasi sa totoo lang po, matatakot din ako ng tao. And yes, kahit na sumakay lang po ng aeroplano, nanginginig po ako. And sorry, but I'm also scared of dogs. Share ko lang. But I think what really makes me scared is if I will not perform. Because I really love performing on stage. I don't know why. Feeling ko, stage is my home. I feel so comfortable on stage. Remember my talent last week? Shakira, whenever, wherever. I wasn't feeling very well. I got a fever and I was having a hard time in breathing because of my clogged nose. But then, I still perform because I like it. I love what I am doing. So, if hindi ko nagawa siguro yung mga bagay na yun, sobrang nakakatakot and at the same time, very unfortunate. Aww, sir naman.
Sagot nga, Chelsea, and see more of you.
Hi, Mana!
Oh, may nagabi na ako. Dito na nga nung adlaw.
Oo, hindi na ano. Adlaw, gabi na. Alright, this is Jay from Pageant Trend, and my question for you is, what inspiring story would you like to share with us as a candidate of Binibining Pilipinas?
Well, aside from my pageant experience, I think one of the things that I really love to highlight is, yun nga po, my family background. I think that would really make me so relatable to a lot of people because of my story, my very nakakaiyak na story. So I think I already shared it earlier that I'm actually adopted and that my mother is now working in Jordan. And actually birthday niya po kahapon. So I greeted her with so much love and respect because I really respect her. Imagine, she's working there for almost 10 years now just to provide a good life for her children. So yun po ang gusto kong i-highlight.
Another follow-up question. So, who is Chelsea on and off cam?
Well, Chelsea Fernandez is Chelsea Fernandez on and off cam. I think that even when I'm on stage and off stage, I'm still the same person. The lovely, the bubbly. Actually, I'm also friendly, di lang halata. And although I'm really struggling with talking to a lot of people, I'm still me. One of the things that you really don't know me, I really don't know about me is that I'm a frugal person. Pero feeling ko alam ni Sir Paul. I really love saving up my money. I still remember, share ko lang po, I still remember when I was in elementary, I would run back home from school on purpose and I would just have saved the money which should have been for my fare. And I unwittingly trained myself into becoming a better runner. And that was when my teacher found out that I really love to run. So he recruited me and I became instantly part of the track and field. So imagine, dahil nagpukuripot lang ako, naging part pa po ako ng track and field team. And I got to represent our school in division level meets. And I also won in that competition. Although, I didn't continue it na po. Kasi yun nga, I focused on my passion career.
Yan, man. Advance congratulations.
Oy, damo salamat.
Laban.
Oh, actually, yeah, actually, lahat po. But my most favorite is definitely when we are all complete, the 40 Binibinis. I really love the strong bond that we already have created inside the Binibining Pilipinas pageant. And I actually have an older sister, and she is now in the Cloven City. And despite of our distance from each other, I still feel her authentic love and support for me. And I also found that same genuine love and support now in Binibining Pilipinas pageant. And we may have come from different walks of life, but we are one. We are here to uplift each other. And as what I have said earlier, I really love the bond that we have created and the hope of making a long-lasting friendship. So I really love that. And to be honest, I didn't just find a sisterhood in the competition. I found a family. Thank you, Sir Edmond. I think makakalimutan niyo, Sir Edmond, nag-meet tayo way back in 2013. Oo, during Miss Novaliches. Pero nakalimutan ko na siguro yung Sir Edmond. Sir, ipapakita ko sa iyo yung photo. May photo tayo together. Yes. So since 2013, 13 years old ako ng Sir Edmond, hindi ko kayo makakalimutan. Ako parang Miss Teen and Miss Novaliches. Yes. Papakita ko, sir.
Yung nga po pagkakita ko, alas 5 po.
Not sure, pero parang.
Yes, I remember. Whenever I had a single, imagine, wala pang nakakaabot doon. Ikaw siguro.
2013. Ilang years.
I can see advance congratulations.
Wow.
My question for you is, can you give us maybe 2 or 3 beauty queen that you would want to emulate, and what public characteristics that are best and you would want to, that you identify with pala? Ano yung mga characteristic na meron din sila na you would want to emulate and identify with?
Well, I actually don't have a specific beauty queen idol because all of them are really gorgeous and that they are also advocate of different causes. So if I were to choose 3 or 2 to 3 beauty queens, for sure, I would choose Miss Lara Kigaman, Miss Melanie Marquez, and well, Miss International winners. Yes, Miss Bea Rose Santiago or Miss Kylie Grisotta. Yes, Miss Stella Araneta. Number 1. And I think one of the things that we have in common is that we are dedicated in the things that we do, and that we are really focused on the things that we really want.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hi, Mana. My first question, what do you do for fun?
Ooh, well, I actually love playing ukulele. Yes, and I love to know more new songs. And I also love singing and dancing. And one of the things that I also love is I love watching thrillers, psychological thriller or thriller documentaries. So, ang saya ko kapag nakakanood ng gano'n, Mars. Mga Mars ko kayo lahat.
Last question. What do you miss about your province?
Well, I really miss eating chocolate moron. Yes, diba? With butter and peanut in it. I really love and miss eating chocolate moron because it is also one of my favorite delicacies in Tacloban City. And I just hope someday I'm going to share it with all of you. I'm gonna bring moron, chocolate moron, because it's really special in our province. And binagol as well. But if I were to choose binagol, between moron, of course, I would choose moron. The best talaga ang moron. And iba po talaga ang gawa ng mga waray doon pagdating sa chocolate moron. Thank you!
Hi, Chelsea. My namesake.
Chelsea!
Just like you, I'm a frugal person. I do save the funds I receive, and after 6 months, I deposit it back.
Wow!
Also, the 20% discount I received, I set aside.
Wow!
So, magkakasundo tayo, sir. Pero yung bawal tayo magsama.
It should be the opposite. Okay, my question is, in your bio, you mentioned that you are interested in doing a docu-film on the lives of the people you helped during the pandemic. What title would you give to the film?
Well, if I were to give a title on my future documentation, definitely I would, well, it's actually actually a hard question. I didn't think of it. But if I were to make a title about it, I think Rise Filipinos. Like rise up, this dash Filipinos. With that documentation, I could tell to a lot of people, not just across the country, but across the world, the stories of Filipinos, especially those Filipinos who are really working so hard in their life just to, give a food on their family, or to offer food at the table for their family. So I think if I will showcase that to the entire world, for sure my future organization would be big enough to cater a lot of Filipinos that really helpless and in need.
Very good. Second
Pwede,
question.
pwede.
What if your role model, Cara David, will do a docu-film on your personal life? What title would you give it?
Oh, astig yun. I think I would choose
Because I'm Chelsea.
Fearless Chelsea. And siguro tatanungin niya sa akin yung mga past experiences ko in life. Not just in pageantry, but in life in general. So I think that would be a good name for a documentation. The Fearless Chelsea.
Final question. Any plan or plans in the near future to become another Cara David?
Wow, actually, yes. I don't know where did you find that information po. Yes, but Karen David is actually my inspiration. That's why I took up mass communication major in broadcasting, and I really love all of her documentaries. So, I do not think that I'm going to pursue that career. I'm really happy with what I have right now. I'm really happy with my pageant career. And my next goal and my next step is actually to build my own business someday. Yes. But of course, if I were given a chance to showcase my talent in speaking and in broadcasting, I think I would also get that opportunity. But in the near future, I think siguro mga 2 to 3 years from now, never. Hindi po ata muna.
Thank you so much.
Thank you po.
Hello, Chelsea. This is Tristan from the Philippine Pageantry. I have two curiosities about you. First is that what have you learned, or the one thing that you can take away from being a Reyna ng Aliwan winner and Miss Bikini Philippines winner that you are taking onto the Binibining Pilipinas stage?
Wow. Well, one of the things that I learned during Reyna ng Aliwan and Miss Philippines Earth is that sometimes you really have to help yourself. Because to be honest, and in reality or in life, sometimes a lot of people will doubt you and will not believe in you. So you really have to believe in yourself first. And that was the thing that I did when I joined Reyna ng Aliwan and in Miss Philippines Earth.